Today, hearing impairment is amongst the most ignored health problems globally. It takes an individual more than 7 years to accept the problem and get it resolved with the help of hearing aids. A hearing aid allows people who are hard of hearing to communicate easily with others, but it's puzzling to find the right product. This is where one of the largest hearing aid brands in the world, Signia, comes into the picture. Currently operated by Sivantos, until a few years ago, Signia Hearing aids were manufactured under Siemens. How did this merger come about to be? How are hearing aids made? What is Signia's plan for the future? Mr. Avinash Pawar, CEO Sivantos, answers all this and more.
Signia Hearing Instruments were formerly known as Siemens Hearing Instruments, and we have a very long legacy since its inception, a company in Germany. In India, we are the pioneer into hearing aid industry. We started our operations almost 24 years ago, and since then we are constantly striving hard to extend the latest technological hearing aid solutions, products and services to our consumers. So during this last 24 years, we have been constantly working upon improving awareness, helping people, creating this infrastructure, bringing the delightful experience and providing this solution across the country. Siemens has turned into Signia from the year 2015, and since then we are harping more on creating awareness, accessibility and affordability into Indian market. We have also been very aggressive and a front runner in terms of technological evolution. We have been offering many latest technological products to the Indian market, and at the same time we are constantly working on improvising our services also, which can create a much enhanced experience for our patients or consumers.
While hearing aids are constantly evolving and are readily available in contemporary designs, general awareness regarding hearing disability remains unaddressed.
As per the WHO standards, estimates that 6.3 to 7% of the Indian population needs some kind of a hearing assistance, wherein because of the lack of awareness, because of the lack of the solution and services available at every part of the country, the penetration levels are very, very poor. And that's where we have been constantly working on improving awareness. We see that of late the trend has been changing. People are accepting hearing loss needs to be addressed. They are looking out for a solution, and that is how we can see a rapid change into Indian market in the last 4-5 years. We have observed that the point of sales are increasing. Hearing aid clinics are getting opened up newly, and especially we see a lot of movement into tier 2 and tier 3 cities, which is quite encouraging into Indian market.
Apart from manufacturing top-notch hearing aids, Signia is also steering the awareness initiative on hearing impairment with a steely resolve. One of the initiatives, the Best Sound Center, is a massive pan-India movement.
We have been taking several initiatives because in general that this industry expansion, this needs to be requiring several initiatives, and we have been taking path-breaking initiatives. We talked about a Best Sound Center network that we are doing. We are also investing heavily into the partners who are willing to expand their network, open new point of sales or clinics in the country. We are supporting audiologists. We are bringing up the world-class training facilities to them. So in all, a very comprehensive approach has been adopted by Signia in India.
To make hearing care accessible and economical for all, Signia runs a company called Hear.com, which caters to consumers on the digital medium.
Hear.com is a part of WS Audiology Group. We started in India in 2015, around 6 years back. And the clear objective of starting up was that we focus on creating a lot of awareness around hearing aid, around hearing loss within the citizens of India through the digital mode. So we do aggressive investment into online digital marketing to reach out to the masses all across India. we are based out of Gurgaon, and now we have a team of around 300 consultants who consult the customers who reach out to us on a daily basis, clear their doubts and ambiguity around hearing loss, around how exactly they could go through the process of buying a hearing aid or getting a diagnosis done. So we have around 500 centers in 220 cities in India, and we direct these consumers towards these centers, and so that they can go there, get a proper diagnosis done, and then as and when they are ready, they go about purchasing a hearing aid. So overall, we want to really improve the quality of life of our citizens. Whoever has hearing impairment or disability, we help them, guide them, consult them very thoroughly, meticulously, take them through the journey, take them through the process, clearing all their stigma and doubts, and then finally, make sure that they are really happy wearing a hearing aid.
Hearing aids, though effectual, come with a stigma of their own. The Indian consumer, once shy of this tiny yet effective product, is slowly adapting and evolving with the times.
The penetration levels in the market is very low, and probably the factor is that awareness, also a social stigma. But of late we have seen that people have started looking out for solution. They are accepting hearing loss as a challenge, and this needs to be addressed. And that is very, very encouraging to see this in Indian market. We have also seen that the point of sales, the number of centers and clinics are rapidly growing into Indian market. We have seen that people are asking for a latest technology. People are looking out for a new form factor. People are looking out for connectivity, rechargeable hearing aids. So people are looking out for these new solutions that are coming into the market, and that's how we see that Indian market creates a lot of opportunity for the manufacturers like us, so that we can provide these services across the country.
As an awareness and support initiative, Signia also runs an entrepreneurship program that helps audiologists to set up their own businesses in their hometown.
We realize the need that we need more number of audiology professionals into the market. And at the same time, we have seen that those audiologists who are coming out of colleges, schools, qualified, well experienced 1 or 2 years in somewhere, getting an exposure, they want to start their business. So initially they are a bit hesitant in terms of the investment, in terms of the consumer creation, marketing campaigns for them. And that's why we say that both the purposes can be solved once we have this kind of a program. It's a Signia Entrepreneurship Program. So we have launched this program, and through the Signia Entrepreneurship Program, we have announced this into the market. So those who are young budding audiologists, so they would like to start their own business or clinic into the respective locations, their hometown, they can approach to us. We screen their profile, we see their qualification, we see that their seriousness into getting into the business, and then we support them not only in terms of investment, but we also support them in terms of setting and establishing their business. Because normally when the young entrepreneurs who do not have a business background, their challenge is initial investment and reaching a break-even. And when a company like Signia supports you for both the activities, I'm sure that there are many people, that is why showing a lot of keen interest and coming and joining us.
Sasanka Pani is one such audiologist based in Kolkata who benefited manifold courtesy of Signia's entrepreneurship program.
I am part of the Signia Entrepreneurship Program, through which I got a lot of support from the Signia company in establishing my business and running it smoothly. It has been an amazing association with Signia in terms of mentoring, guidance and funding.
On the other side of Signia presents Dil Se Suno, we showcase the company's innovation story and highlight its commitment to resolving the issue of hearing impairment for good. Welcome back to Signia Presents Dil Se Suno. Let us dive deeper into the Signia story to learn more about their products and business strategy. Hearing aids are technology-oriented products and it's a task to make them attractive for the consumers. But Signia has been at the forefront, working tirelessly to make hearing aids look amazing.
When we talk about the product evolution of Signia, as I said that, since we are into this digital domain, we have been constantly evolving around with the latest technology. We had Prime Max, then we had NX, every alternate year we are coming out with a new platform. And what is important here is that we listen to our consumers. We go to the consumers, we try and see what are their preferences, what are their challenges. And based on the consumer preferences, we have launched a new form factor called Styletto. And it's not a typical hearing aid. It has got a very different look. And we have seen that this has turned out to be a revolutionary product for us in India as well as across the globe, because many people are now preferring the new form factor like Styletto rather than a typical old hearing aid looking like. Moreover, then we found that there is a young consumers that they look something more stylish. So we have launched a product called Signia Active or Signia Active Pro, and this is something like an earbuds, so which gives an enhanced hearing and is a programmable hearing aids. And the most important is that we have products in every product price point, every category. We have rechargeable product, we have non-rechargeable product. But the separation is, as we say, that our brand promise is be brilliant. We are offering a very brilliant products like Styletto, Signia Active, Active Pro. So none of our competitors, not yet any other manufacturers, could be able to launch such products into Indian market so far. And that makes us way apart from our competition, and we can be able to address to all kind of the consumers we have, all age people that we can actually approach to. And that's how we have been constantly evolving and upgrading ourselves and launching a newer products which can be acceptable to our consumers.
Buying a hearing aid is a third step in the journey. The first is realizing the issue, followed by a visit to the audiologist. The first step is the hardest, and Signia has found an innovative and sound solution to this problem.
We have started a new initiative of a brilliant sound galaxy, a new segment, because we have found that many of the patients or consumers, they have a dilemma. Somebody in their family says that you have a hearing loss, but they at the time say, no, I don't have a hearing loss. I may listen little on a higher volume. And many times, even if people realize a hearing loss, they are not very sure what is going to happen with them in the hearing aid clinic, typical hearing aid clinic. So we thought that, we should help and facilitate people to understand by themselves, to test by themselves, at least on a preliminary level, and make a well-informed decision. So Brilliant Sound Galaxy is a new step into hearing aid industry in India, where our consumer can be able to reach out to us. They would be able to see the hearing aids, feel the different form factors, look at the accessories. They will have a lot of reading materials, and more important is that they can be able to do the self-testing. And once they see that their hearing test passed or failed, and if they need a further more scientific evaluation, then we have a qualified audiologist sitting there, and if they want to buy a hearing aid, then there is an experience room which can actually give them an experience of using a hearing aid in different environments. So a very comprehensive facility that we created into Indian market, and giving a lot of freedom to our consumers to choose their products. Our initial step would be, we would be going to tier 1 and tier 2 cities. Once we achieve in a year's time that we reach out to tier 1 and tier 2 cities, then we would like to scale up these operations across the country, because I think that every consumer has a right to make a well-informed decision.
With changing times, the customer preferences also move in a different direction. Signia monitors this move and keeps updating its product as per the customer's demands.
nowadays the customers are more smart, more techno-savvy. They are looking out for a much more technical solution, and we could see a large jump into baby boomers. So customers, as I said, that they are looking out for rechargeable hearing aids. They would like to have a Bluetooth connectivity, streaming. They would also like to have a different form factors, and that is how and customers' paying capacity has also been increasing over the last few years, and that is how I see that the consumer journey has been changing into Indian market.
The hearing impairment issue stretches beyond age and societal boundaries. Hence, deeper penetration into the Indian market is a challenge, especially in Tier 3 cities.
Signia is actually the only company which has got a very deeper penetration into the market. But looking into the size of our country and the number of smaller towns available, we cannot claim that we are present everywhere. And that is why we started 10 years back an initiative, Best Sound Center. And now it has reached to a level of 280 Best Sound Centers, clinics across the country. Of late, in the last couple of years, we are more focusing into Tier 3 and Tier 4 cities, and we have an extension of Best Sound as a Best Sound Lite, and that probably needs a little smaller space, little lesser investment. The whole objective is reaching out to those people. And also we are looking into developing an entrepreneurship program where the newly qualified audiologists coming out of audiology schools, and if they want to go back to their own town and start a business, we support them. We support them in terms of training, we support them in terms of investment, we support them in terms of the customer creation. And that is how we have a very clear ambition to reach out to every nook and corner of the country.
Offering quality products is one feature of customer service, but what's most important is how Signia aces the after-sales service aspect to keep the customer satisfied post the product purchase.
End user is the most important part, and what I believe is that in our industry, for taking these services to all the people who actually needs them, is the consumer satisfaction is very, very important. So we have a very strong infrastructure into the country. We have set up a world-class facility, service station in Bangalore, and at the same time we also have our regional labs and service centers in Bombay, Delhi and Kolkata. We are taking a special emphasis on bringing in consumer satisfaction. We also have some unique services for our consumers. We have extended warranty where we understand that when a consumer invests into hearing aid, he looks out for an extended warranty. So we have a 4 years warranty on certain selective hearing aids. We also provide the Signia Premium Care, by which since in this country there is no medical insurance available for hearing aids. So on our side, that we provide that kind of insurance for the selective hearing aids to our consumers, so that end of the day that we would like an utmost satisfaction by our consumer.
Signia's massive facility in Bengaluru is spread across 26,000 square feet and has a top-class laboratory to assemble and repair their hearing aids.
Signia has always been a consumer-driven organization. We basically innovate based on the feedback that we get from our consumers. So based on what they need, Signia innovates and comes out with advanced technologies that help them to hear better. We have an international standard lab where we are able to offer very quick service to all our consumers. Because of the way the processes work here, we are able to give them a very good turnaround time, wherein we receive some hearing aids on day 1 and we are able to ship it back to them on day 2. Of course, we are also on the verge of acquiring ISO certification. So in terms of quality management system, we are far ahead and we are able to offer quality services also to our consumers. One of our USP is, of course, the technology that we use. No other company or manufacturer today is using the technology that we use. The latest being the Signia Augmented Experience platform, where we use split processing to separate speech from background noise and give crystal clear clarity to our consumers. On the other hand, in terms of USP, we are the only manufacturer who uses rapid shell manufacturing technique, wherein we are able to actually scan the image of the ear and then replicate the ear through digitization. What I mean to say here is that we are able to create hearing aids with much precision, accuracy and agility because we are using this particular rapid shell manufacturing system. We are the only one in the country who is using this system, and it actually helps us to be more proficient and service oriented for our consumers.
A bona fide leader in the hearing aid industry, Signia's vision is to make significant inroads into the Indian market in the next 5 years.
Signia, since the time of inception, has been an undisputed leader into Indian hearing aid industry, and that is mainly because of our relentless efforts to penetrate more, to provide the world-class products and services to our consumers. So, I'm very happy to share that we hold in terms of units more than 50% of the market share into the accessible market, and we would like to keep on expanding our market share going forward because we see the opportunity is huge.
Signia is rightfully heralding a revolution in the hearing aid industry with its innovative products and awareness initiatives that will help in destigmatizing hearing aids.